Well, if you missed Themba Gorimbo's fight over the weekend, you don't need much time to watch it. Just a touch over 30 some seconds for him to dispatch Pete Rodriguez in the very first round. Overhand right, stopped at Themba, kind enough to join me now. Honestly, if there was a prop bet, Themba, that said this fight is going to end in the first round, most people are going to lean on that bet being Pete Rodriguez ending the fight in the
Yeah,
first round. He's a
he has
guy that's
never
got
been out of the first round.
yeah, he's got
He has
five
never
first
been
round stoppages. Even when he loses, it's in the first round. But you're the man who gets his hand raised. And I mean, everyone's talking about how you manifested this. Like, bring me back to like when the first moment in your mind came that you could dispatch this guy in under 5 minutes.
Firstly, it was not supposed to be him. It was supposed to be the guy from Ireland. That was Kiefer Crosby that was supposed to go
Right.
to sleep in the first round. I wanted to knock Kiefer Crosby out. So when the game started, I wrote down what I was going to do. And when the opponent changed, I was devastated. But, I just said, oh, luckily I didn't write down his name on my book. So once you're in my book, you don't come out. So I didn't write down Kiefer Crosby's name. Luckily, I just wrote I'm going to knock my opponent out in the first round, and it happened to just be Peter. So I just yeah, it was the power of manifesting and the power of hard work and the power of self belief and believing in myself and believing in God.
Tell me about this sort of manifestation because like fighting obviously it's a physical game or relies a lot on technique and strength and all of that, but it is very much a mental game, and it's one where I think can be as challenging as the physical part, but it seems like you're definitely the master of your own mental approach. And is this something that you've always sort of done throughout your life and career?
I think in my life, yes, I've always been that guy, but like now it's coming to a full potential. Um, it's just the time and place. I'm in a place where I'm able to express myself who I am without fear of being judged. If you judge me, it's your fault. But yeah, I'm in a place where I can express myself without fear of being judged. And when you're in that place mentally, it just you blossom, and that's what I'm doing right now. I speak these things every single day in training. I speak these things wherever I am. Even when I say I'm a champion, yes, I am a champion, and I'm going to be the champion before the end of 2024, like it or not. You know, um, I believe in myself, and the most important thing I do is I pray to God every single day and say, this is what I want, and please can you grant me this? I'm going to work for it, and that's why I get everything right.
I mean, the power of positivity is something to behold, especially when it's worked out, like it has for you. I want to talk about the championship goal here because it's very hard to become a UFC champion. It's harder to do so, even more when you try to put a timeline on it. The welterweight division, it's got a lot to go through here at the very top.
It's full of killers. It's that of guys
Yeah.
that are dangerous, right?
Right. How do you
But
get this done within a year, Themba? That's the craziest part of it all, I think. The fact that you think you're going to be able to do it in
it's not a year.
2024.
Within 10 months.
How does that happen? Tell me how it
You see.
happens. What's the roadmap look like? Is it like a short notice
No, I don't have a
opportunity?
clear roadmap. My next fight is gonna be in May. I get in there, I get the job done in a way that is even better than I did in the last fight. And in this fight that happened last week Saturday, I'm gonna do my next fight in a spectacular way to a point where I mean, after the next fight, the UFC is gonna be like, okay, when the opportunity presents itself to fight someone in the top 10 and on short notice, I would do so and take it with two hands and go out there and perform at the highest level and put the biggest upset in the UFC welterweight division, maybe in the history is why Chris Weidman, but in the UFC welterweight division, uh, and uh, and and do what I do, what I know I will do, and they will say straight away, "We give him next. He's next."
I mean, it's hard to tell you that you're wrong. You believe everything that you're saying, and I think that's why it holds so much power, and that's why you find the success that you have found. Another thing, you talk about the power of positivity. You're not the type of guy, it seems, Themba, that is only looking to enrich your own life. You talked about helping out your community and trying to change lives for the better other than your own. Has that always been something that has been on your mind?
Yeah, definitely. It's something that has always been on my mind, especially inspiring a lot of kids from Africa. Um, that's something that I really, really, really want, because you know what? I had it the hardest way. I think if you can find anyone who had the hardest way to get to the UFC, I don't claim the sport, but I feel like I had it the hardest way to get to the UFC, man. There were times and points where I felt like this dream is not gonna happen to just get to the UFC. There were times and places where life was so hard to a point where you become like suicidal and stuff like that. There were times and places where I had no money for food, but I still trained like I was full. There were times and places where, yeah, things seemed all wrong, but God came through for me. Look at that. Like I'm here now, through hard work. And I want to inspire people. Like, it's easy to inspire the whole world, but the people that see and know where you are from exactly, and they look at that and they look at where you are, they get more inspired than anything, because they're like, wow, he did it. We are in the gutter here. We're not supposed to be there. And that's what I want to do. That's what I am going to do. That's what I am already doing. Just being here, I'm already doing that. So it's a vision that I have. It's a vision that I hold dearly to my heart, to inspire a lot of kids from Africa, firstly, and then the rest of the world, that, hey, with power of hard work, positivity, self-belief, and believing in God, you can become and do anything.
Let's talk about your goals in mixed martial arts a little bit and how they even became goals, because UFC is yet to go to Africa, in its global expansion. That is one continent it has yet to touch down in. We've seen champions come from Africa over the last couple of years. When did you first find mixed martial arts, Themba, and when did you think like that's something that you could do?
I found MMA in 29 when I was 19, and through a movie called Never Back Down. And Never Back Down. Look at me now. I'm here now, and I'm going further and further daily. Wanna go and become what I feel in my heart is what I am destined to be.
So you're your own Channing Tatum, if you will.
Yeah, I think so.
Awesome, man. I mean, what is it like for you to be in the moment? I mean, obviously you're mentally visualizing it. You say you're manifesting it. Are you able to enjoy the process and like realize it and because like a lot of people get tunnel vision. A lot of people it sort of just happens. Are you taking a step
I
back and
I
enjoying the ride?
I enjoy working hard. I'm coming from the gym. I was at the gym yesterday. I trained 2 times, and I'm coming from the gym now, and I just fought. I just feel like I'm in a mental state right now where it's hard to come out. Like to get out and be normal. It's very, very hard. So the research now comes in by me going back to my country and then coming back, because I need that mental thing. Because if you look in my eyes, my brother, there's fire in there, and I am going for everything. I'm going for everything. I am not going to stop. Like, I don't even want to talk about. I'm not going to do that. I am going to do what I want to do. That is to become the UFC welterweight champion, and it's something that is in my heart, and something that it's what I want. Why must I lose focus now? Why must I lose focus now? Why must I be chilling around? Why must I? I don't. I know the goal is near, and I know the like victory is very, very near, and I know I know the path already, so I'm not going to get distracted, lost, or sidetracked or anything. I'm going to stay true to myself. The path is clear, and I'm going to go for it.
You're headed to Zimbabwe this week, correct?
Yeah, I'm flying out today.
Tell me who's going to be waiting for you there, and what does it mean for you to go back there fresh off a victory like this?
I'm not a guy that like those type of attention with like parades and all that, but in my country, I'm loved. The people love me there. When is this podcast coming out?
Sometime this week, we'll drop it
Yes,
quick.
probably I'll be there. Yeah, because I don't like people knowing that I'm coming because people want to see you because people are excited to see me.
Right.
But for me, like I just like want to go out there, be on the farm with my friend and train every single day, twice. While some day was high altitude, there's a mountain that I'll be going to run every single day, which is a good thing to do to stay in shape. For my like the altitude in Zimbabwe is higher than in Denver, so it's gonna be fun because my lungs will be burning every single day. That's what I'm looking forward to. Being at peace, training twice a day, morning and evening, and having time to spend some time with my family and showing them Zimbabwe and showing them like my kids is their first time ever in Zimbabwe. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, I assume you're going to have to stay in shape. You got things to do here in 2024, and you mentioned short notice
Yeah, that's why I'm
opportunities.
staying in shape. But I need to gain some weight. I think like I looked at the fights on the weekend. I'm not happy with certain things, and also I'm not happy with my build currently. In terms of like my size,
Sure.
I think because I don't look like people look at the fight and they look at the performance, they are happy. I'm the guy. I won the fight, but I already saw the mistakes in that fight that I should never want to do again. I know I don't like to say that. I already saw the mistakes that I can correct, that I am going to correct, and I already see a lot of holes that I can correct, and one of them is my size as a welterweight. Yeah, I think I can get a little bit stronger, especially in my back and my arms, my legs too. Like those type of things. I'm very like precise. Like I'm to the book, to the T.
Well, you know what you want. You demand it from yourself, and you're getting it thus far. Big goals, big dreams, trying to capture a title here, whether it's in 2024 or beyond. Themba, I mean, in closing,
I'm not going to say beyond because everyone wants to convince you beyond. No,
sure.
I say what I want. It's going to happen this year.
Go get it. Go get it. I'm just curious. When do you think you're going to be back in the octagon? Is it?
I'm fighting in May, but I believe in myself that by the end of this year I'll be headlining the T-Mobile in December. Me versus whoever is the champion, and I'll collect that belt.
All right, Themba, hard to argue with you, sir. Go enjoy a little bit of time off, and can't wait to see the next step in the evolution and the rise through the ranks for yourself in the Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Thank you. Bless you, brother. Thank you.